Welcome, welcome everyone to Mondays, the energy of your business. And today we're talking about igniting the passion in your business again, okay? So for those of you that don't know me, I'm Melissa Zosky, your energy alignment business mentor, and I love working with intuitive business owners, coaches, and healers to help them step into that next level version of themselves so that they can claim their passion and purpose in this life. Just making sure that this is showing up okay. Hold on one second. And if you can see me or hear me okay, please comment. Just go ahead and make a comment in the comments below. Post in the comments below so that I can make sure that you can hear me okay. You never know when there's tech glitches going on. All right, I see it. Awesome. Okay, so for those of you that are watching live, or if you're watching the replay, go ahead and post in the comments where you're watching from. I love seeing that. Hi, Crystal. Nice to see you here. I love seeing people from all over the world. So just post where you're from and say hi so we can get to know you a little bit better, all right? So today we're talking about igniting your dream business, and then we are going to do a card drawing for my Energy of Your Business Oracle cards to get our inspired action steps ready for this week. Okay. If you don't have a deck, any of these yet, you want to get them. And I'll post the link in the comments here in a minute so you can grab that link. It makes a great gift for your entrepreneurial friends. And I'm stuttering a little bit today. So let's go ahead and start off by sending you hi from New York, hi from Canada. Lovely seeing you. Go ahead and give StreamYard permission to see your name. If you see that little StreamYard link at the top, just click it and it'll give you access so they can see your name, or you can put your name first. All right. So let's go ahead and just shift your eyes up gently. I'm going to send you a quick broadcast here, and we're going to broadcast creativity. Okay. So just close your eyes. If you're not driving, make sure you aren't driving and do this, but close your eyes and shift them up just gently, not so much that it strains your eyes, but shift them up and allow this beautiful broadcast to be sent to you, filling up every cell, every organ, every gland of your being. Feeling it, allowing it, feeling it lift your energy up. All right. Ooh, that feels strong today. This is to allow the creativity to come forward, and we're going to go ahead and allow any blocks that are getting in the way currently to come forward and release. Nice. And just be in that feeling, that buzziness of creativity, of passion, of purpose. I'm going to let this keep running. And then go ahead and place one hand over the other over your heart and use little circular motions to allow it to anchor in. And I'm going to keep this running for a little bit longer. All right. Doesn't that feel good? I love how that feels. Just sending out a quick energy broadcast just makes everything easier. When you are in that alignment, in that abundance alignment, you feel like everything is easier and attainable, and you get excited. It's beautiful. Okay, we're getting so many people on here. If you know any entrepreneurs or people that are intuitive business owners, coaches, or healers, and you think that this topic would be good for them, go ahead and tag them in here. And I am actually live on several channels right now, including YouTube. So awesome. All right. So igniting your dream business. Hi, Jenny Kim. Nice to see you. Today, we're talking about igniting your dream biz. Okay. And it's not as hard as it seems. So this includes anybody that doesn't have a business yet, but they have really wanted to start something and they just don't know what they really want to do. Maybe they feel a little lost. Maybe the clarity isn't there yet, and that's okay. Okay. Or maybe you've been doing a business for a while. Maybe you're a coach or you're a healer. Something feels off. You just aren't feeling it like you were in the beginning. And so what the main part of this is that you tap back into that passion and that purpose again. We all can go through those times where we're super excited and we're jacked and we're ready to go and we're like going. And all of a sudden we feel like, what am I doing? Why am I doing this? What what good could I do? And then you become stressed and you become, maybe you lower your prices, or you just feel like your value isn't there. And so your clients run the opposite direction, and you're not attracting those people into your life that you want to serve, that you want to work with, right? So today we're going to help you just get that spark back, okay? All right. So the first thing is to think about, what are you passionate about? What really lights you up? And that can be a whole range of things. For me, I have so many things. Being a manifesting generator, if you're not into human design, go to mybodygraph.com and see what human design you are. But I'm a manifesting generator, and I have so many things that I'm passionate about, and not all of them relate to business. But it seems to me that my whole life, all the experiences that I've had, and the way that I've helped people throughout my life, it was something that came all around full circle to being one amazing program and service that I offer my people. And I'm passionate about all these things, so I integrated them all. And so you can too. Depending on what that is, you can bring them all on in, and really help you ignite that passion. Okay? So think about, what are your skills that you have, maybe things that you talk about all the time, things that you love talking about, interests that you love talking about, and things that make you feel satisfied. Things that when you do, when you talk about it, when you help others, it feels effortless. It feels like this is no big deal. And in fact, you don't even recognize that it's a gift, that you have this gift, because it's so easy to you. You're like, well, what do you mean? I'm just doing what I always do. You think everybody knows this. And really, you find that people come to you often asking for specific help. Okay. That is one of your big gifts. So, those things, I love you to write those down and really start thinking about that, because you might not be integrating those into your business. Or if you're thinking about starting a business, maybe you haven't thought about that as being part of what your business could be, that you could have it in your business. Okay. All right. So the next thing is, what personal experiences have you had in your life? A lot of times we downplay those experiences, and that's where so much wisdom. I mean, think about experience. That's how you get wisdom. That's how you learn. That's how you get smarter. That's how you don't keep making the same mistakes over and over again, especially when you've cleared your ancestral limiting beliefs and blocks, right? Because you have that experience, and now you know what you don't want, and you know what you want to create, and you also have the experiences of how you can help others get through the same things that you went through, right? So what can you draw on that you know would help others? That is a huge deal. Okay, let me go ahead and send this broadcast out again. All right, just keep that going for that creative mode. All right, so the next thing is, what do you value about yourself? What do you think? Yeah, I'm so good at this. I love this. What do you feel about that? What is that for you? And what do others value in you? Now, this can be kind of a double-edged sword, because sometimes we value ourselves, or we know we have these gifts, but then something deep down, we have those limiting beliefs and blocks, that those patterns from our ancestors that downplay your gifts. And so we don't give it the value, right? Maybe it's something your parents said to you, like, be humble, don't brag, don't, not owning it, playing small. Those can those things can be sneaky ways of devaluing yourself. But if you really know that you have certain gifts, you have certain knowledge, you have certain wisdom, maybe you've taken courses or have received certifications, whatever that is for you, those count, every single one of them. Even if you don't feel like you are, well, I'm really not going to use that. I guarantee you, if you've done it, it's probably meant to be used in some way in your business. Okay. That's the gift. That's the beauty and the magic of energy. It's like, we kind of go through these experiences and we think, that was really a sucky experience, or that didn't work out the way I wanted, when really, it really gave you some really great knowledge. It gave you so much wisdom for how you can help others avoid that, or how to help them move faster through a cycle, right? So it's really a gift. Okay. So the next thing is to get excited about what you're doing or about to do. So if you don't have a business, what are you thinking about doing? So you want to get excited about it. And if you are doing a business right now, if you have a business right now, and you're feeling that lull, that feeling of, oh, just feeling like a drag in my feet, that's when you need to look at what it is that you can be doing in your business that's going to ignite it again, that's going to light you up again. And every one of us is very different. We're all just like fingerprints. Every single one of us are going to have different things that light us up. Okay. Sometimes it's just a matter of stepping back for a few days. Like sometimes if you know me, you know I'm big into Korean drama, and so I'll just watch Netflix for a full day of Korean drama because it makes me happy. They're so fun, and it's light and it's just amazing. So it just helps me recenter. Sometimes I'll pull out my knitting and I'll do some Zen knitting, for sure. Getting exercise, taking walks, taking a bubble bath, doing some proper self-care, massage, whatever that is for you. We're all different. Okay. And so it's just about getting recentered, and then about doing what you want to be doing, feeling it, reigniting that spark, visualizing it, embodying it. Okay. Embody it, be it, to have it. Okay. And it can be a little bit of shuffle, a little bit, because sometimes we get a little bit of momentum and then something good happens and then it creates more momentum. So it's just like taking some very simple first action, inspired action steps will really help you. All right. So just don't forget that. Okay. And some of us just by writing it down. I don't know what human design you are, how you manifest. Hi, Jenny. Good to see you here. I don't know, but if you are a more masculine in manifesting in the human design, that means that you would be more, you would actually write it out in very so much in detail. All right. You're going to write down every detail, from the color to the shape, how much money, where you live. It's going to be very detailed. If you're more feminine, you're going to be more relaxed about that. You're going to be more of like, I would like this, but I could be this, this, or this. It's going to be, you still have a goal, but it's going to be a little bit more relaxed. So we're all a little bit different how we create, how we visualize. All right. So the next thing is to tap into your future self. You guys know I love future self work, and tapping into your future self is my way of really seeing what the potential and possibilities are, because it's already happened. There is no distance when it comes to time and energy. And so a part of you is already there, and she is just waiting for you. She's having her arms open wide, saying, you are already here. Come on, take those baby steps. You're like an infant, and she's holding her arms up. So, come on, come on. And you're just taking those first steps, and we fall a couple times, right? But she's already there. All right. And you will be there too. So just knowing that she's already been where you are and she's successful, and keep trying. Don't give up. Babies don't give up when they've just fallen a few times. They just keep getting up and doing it over and over again until finally they're walking. And that's where the beauty happens. Okay. So your future self, tap into her. What does she look like? Where is she living? How much money is she making? How does she feel about all of it? Does she have a partner, a husband, wife, whatever that is? How many, do you have kids? I mean, what does that look like? Animals, whatever. I used to want a Shih Tzu. She's downstairs right now. And I had my vision board was basically a box. It's my vision box. And I would take pictures, and I would, because I'm very masculine in how I create. So I put that energy into being very specific. I had a picture of the dog that I wanted, and that's the dog I found. And it was crazy how much that dog looked like that picture, because I looked at it and that's what I wanted. And so that's how we visualize our future self. What is your future self doing? What is she doing? What is she being? And embody that. Okay. So the next thing is get out there and share what you're passionate about. This is one of those things that people get stuck in all the time. They get stuck with not moving forward. They're like, but I'm doing everything. But then I look at their page and I'm like, no, you aren't. You need to be reaching out to people, sharing, getting to know others, making that connection. And 2022, one of my big words is collaboration. That's my main big words. Collaborate, collaboration, meet with others, connect with them. Get to know them and what they're doing. You never know. And doing every one of these connections is done with curiosity. Okay. You don't go in saying that's a client. That's going to be a client. No, you go on with curiosity and say, this could be a potential client. This could be a collaboration. This could be a podcast guest. This could be somebody I do a future event with. This could be this, I shouldn't say just, this could be a good friend. This could be somebody that when I'm around them, they light me up and I light them up. We help each other spark. So if you go into those connections and not thinking, oh, it's going to drain me, go into it with, how is this going to fill me up? And that's huge. And doing that every single day, even if it's just one or two people. All right. There's so many people out there that need your help. There's so many people out there that you're meant to connect with. Don't close yourself off. Take those small inspired action steps. Step up and out. And don't, one of the other things is people are always like, well, I feel like I'm blocked against doing that. Just do it. That's one of the things I'm going to talk about here in a second. Okay. So get out there and share what you're passionate about. And that's serving others. Okay. Serving others. And then eventually you're going to be able to go deeper with them and have them in your program or help them with your packages and really help them transform their life. Okay. So here's the thing about getting out there and taking those inspired action steps. As Yoda says, do or do not, there is no try. Okay. Do or do not, there is no try. Just do it. And I know we're human beings, but I'm not big on the meditate and wait. I'm big on meditation and getting in that energy flow, but I'm huge on inspired action because the universe loves that action. And the more that you put out the positive action, the universe hears that, hey, you've decided to get serious. And by taking those actions, you are committed, especially when you take them daily, consistently. It's very cool. All right. Yes, curiosity is a life force. Okay, so the last thing I want to bring up is being still. So being still and give yourself time in between all of this. All right. Give yourself time to process, to integrate, to have your whole energy centers harmonize so that you can really make sure that you are aligned within. Everything starts, it's on the inside. I had somebody ask me last week, what does leadership mean to me? And that means leadership comes from within. Okay. It always starts as an inside job. It's always within. So it starts within. How are you leading yourself? You have to lead yourself first, right? From there, you're then able to better lead others. If you skip the part about yourself altogether, you're not being a good leader. Remember that you are the president of your own country. Every thought, every belief, everything that you feel is being broadcasted to every cell of your body. So you are the president. Those cells are your citizen, and they broadcast this energy. That's why they look so, if you look underneath a magnifying glass, a microscope, you'll see that they're all lit up. They're just vibrant and glowing. And then the energy gets brighter, the better you feel. And that energy goes out, send out as a broadcast to the universe. The universe matches that and sends it back. So when you are a good leader to yourself, all right, and then it spreads out to your family, and then it spreads out to everyone else, you're able to lead from that place of alignment. Okay? I hope this has helped you. It's something that I'm super passionate about, and it is like a dance. You know, we go into every day's a little bit different. We don't know what's going to happen. It's all like, wow, what could it be today? You know, what's going to happen today? We don't know. Sometimes we don't get a lot of sleep, or sometimes we get a cold, or sometimes one of our kids is sick, or something happens and it kind of shifts our vibration. So we need to learn how to take that step sideways, take a step forward, take a step back, and dance with that. All right. And things become so much easier when you're feeling in that flow and just trusting that everything happens with a reason and a purpose. Okay. All right, let's do some card drawing today. Again, the energy of your business Oracle deck. I'm going to post a link in the comments below so that you guys can grab that. This is, I had this built this last year. I created this last year and I love it. We have so many amazing, here's my favorite card, alignment. We have so many amazing things on here that help you really dial in to what you want to do, who you want to be in yourself, and who you want to embody. Finding your true self, the true you. Okay. So if anybody would like a card, hi Lettie, good to see you. Yes. And I think, Yes, and for my members of my Aligned and Limitless program, each one of you are getting a deck of this. I'll give you a spoiler alert. I just sent them out. So there you go. All right. So let's go ahead. If you would like a card, go ahead and say, I would love a card. And I will draw one for you. Okay. So just focus on what it is. All right. We'll start with Lettie. All right, Lettie, just focus on what you want for your inspired aligned action for this week, Lettie. Okay. What is it that you're supposed to be doing? Okay, here we go. DNA. Okay. Lettie is a member of the Aligned and Limitless program, so she's already been working on the trapped emotions held in her DNA. So what this can be held anywhere in your body, any organ, any gland, anywhere, any body part holds memories, traumas, emotions, and they can be trapped. And so when you start working on these, it just helps you move forward. It helps you get into alignment. Because when you think about a barrel, and when you think how full a barrel is with all of our past histories, our ancestors, we inherit more than hair and eye color from our ancestors, right? And we carry that in our DNA. Okay. And so when we have things going back 100, even 1,000 generations, think about how much knowledge, information, good and bad, is held in your cells, is held in your DNA. And so when you start working through that, so that's the one I want you to think about today, Lettie. Okay. What comes forward for you, and start working on clearing these out. Okay. All right. I'm getting, for you, Lettie, I'm getting liver. So will you look a little deeper into your liver, and there's some kind of frustration there. All right. And this is going back just 3 generations, mother side. And you can start clearing that. I'll help you on Wednesday's call if you need it still. Okay. All right, Crystal, let's go ahead and get you. Go ahead and focus on what you want to take an inspired action, or where you need to be guided this next week. All right, Crystal, focus, focus, focus. Crystal. All right. All right. Here it is. Oh my gosh, we got the DNA again. That is crazy. So I just went over the DNA with you, with Lettie. Crystal, DNA. All right, this is awesome. So for you, I'm getting a 27 generation back mother side. And this is around fear. There's some kind of fear of stepping up and out and really fully showing and sharing your gifts. And you are so amazing. So make sure that you work on that. If you don't have a method of working on releasing trapped emotions, beliefs, patterns, and programmings, any of you can get get my quantum key method, which will help you start clearing those out. And it's very powerful. And it's at melissazosky.com/QKM. And you can get that for free. Okay. Lettie. Yes. Woohoo. Okay. We have somebody else that just says Facebook user says, I would like a card. I don't know who that is. Can you go ahead and post your name before you post that? Amber J, I see you. All right. So attracting your tribe. Okay, let's go ahead and pull a card for you, Amber J. And what your inspired action would be for this week, or what kind of guide you would need. All right. What kind of guidance are you looking for? Let's get you some good juju here. All right, Amber J. All right, IGS. Okay, so this is about tapping into your intuition. Your inner guidance system always knows the truth. Your inner guidance system is basically your intuition, right? And it's really listening to like that gut instinct. What do you feel is right? And not letting it be attached to the emotional waves, those emotions that get in the way, really listening to that inner guidance, okay? And that usually comes from a place of very clear yes or a very clear no. And sometimes we have to wait a day or two if we're not really clear, if we're getting too overwhelmed by emotions, then you need to wait until you're completely clear to make that decision or really tap into that. And other times we are just so clear, it's like, boom, I know it. And I love those ones that you just feel like in your sacral, like, This is awesome. Or, it's not good. I don't want to do that. So really paying attention to this. And Amber J, I love what you were saying about how you were kind of shifting into you were getting some downloads, some really powerful downloads. And I love that because I really felt like you were spot on. I was getting all buzzy when you were chatting with me in the DMs about that. So congrats. All right. Okay, so we have Wylia. Thank you for posting your name there. You would like a card. Okay, go ahead and focus. I saw your pictures in, I think it was Disneyland or someplace. Gosh, Wylia, you are beautiful. I mean, and your family is so gorgeous. They just look so vibrant. All right, so let's go ahead, see what guidance you are being led to this week, Wylia. Nice. Oh, you're tuned in. Higher self, which we talked about briefly. Ask your old wise self. Tap into the highest version of you. This is all around. You can do well, I guess we talked about future self, but the higher self is basically that soul version of you that wants the highest level. None of the garbage that we have from our ancestors, all the negative beliefs, patterns, and programmings, it knows you at the deepest self. It is you at the deepest self, clean of all that. And getting that guidance, knowing that whatever's for your highest and greatest good is always waiting for you, and really tapping in and tuning into that higher self, that higher version of you, is so key in really stepping into that version of you, that next level version of you. Okay. So think about that today. If you're meditating, call on your higher self. It's very easy to do. Just call on your higher self and ask for help. It's not much different than, calling on God, source, universe. It's just your clean soul without all the stuff holding you down. Okay. We get some really good knowledge there. Okay. When I do muscle testing, when I do any kind of energy testing, it's always from my highest self, never from the limiting version of me. All right. So Gil Smith, is that Jill or Gil? I hope I'm saying that right. Okay, let's go ahead and post one of these for you. Go ahead and just put your intention to what you want for guidance. You're welcome, Amber J. Okay, Jill, Gil. Okay, so this one's for you. It's about staying in your lane. Let go of distractions, any comparing. Don't pay attention to what others are doing. Just stay in your own lane. Really, and this has been something that I've gone through in the past. It's like I get so excited and I start looking at everybody else. And then I'm like, oh, should I switch this, or should I do this, or should I add over here? Or then sometimes it's another thing where people don't feel like they're doing as good as somebody else, or they have a friend that's doing better and they're like comparing. It could be all sorts of things. So pay attention to those things that are distracting. And it could just be straight up distraction. It could be you're doing something and then there's a sabotaging part that is pulling you away and doing something else that's not toward the goal that you're trying to reach. Okay. So just really paying attention, that's helpful. All right. Hope that helps. Paula, yay. Okay, Paula, go ahead and focus. Every time I shuffle these cards, it's basically clearing the deck for the new energy that's coming in. So focus on what you want for guidance this week. All right? Focus, focus, focus. All right. So, Paula, it's about deciding. It's time to decide and commit to make it happen. Now, if any of you are feeling like any of these cards are meant for you, then they are. Okay? Because I'm only, with this whole deck, I'm only pulling a few. So decisions. First comes deciding on what you want, right? You really make that deciding factor. And then it's committing. Are you committed? And then commitment means that you're really taking those daily action steps. And you guys, they don't have to be super hard. All right. They can be the very small steps, and the smallest steps taken consistently create huge transformations. Okay. So that it doesn't have to be you spending. I used to work from 7 in the morning till 9 o'clock at night. And I'm telling you, I was so burnt out, and I was doing all these things that felt so busy. They felt I was working, man. I was working. I wasn't working. I was just wasting time. And so when I really dialed it in to the income generating and the serving that I wanted, Jill, thank you, Jill. And the serving that I wanted to create, and I wanted to create this whole process, this whole transformation, this whole program. When I decided and when I committed, that's when things really shifted. So there you go. I hope that helps, Paula. So remembering to take those daily action steps, even if they're small, even if they're like, I only usually work maybe 3 hours a day. And on average, I like to stay in a 3-day work week, but sometimes I work 2 hours a day, 7 days. Like this weekend, I was sending out some DMs to some people because I was kind of behind because I took a couple days off. And you know what? It was fine. I felt good about it. I had one of the members of the community says, "Oh, you're working late." I'm like, I didn't feel like I was working. I was just sending a few texts out, and it was amazing. And I felt good about it. And some days I feel like this morning I got up really early, like 5 o'clock. Yeah, if I'm really honest, it was a little earlier than that, but because I couldn't sleep, I just woke up. I was ready to go, right? And I got up and I started working immediately, and I stayed working until I got on this call, and it felt like really productive work. Got some podcast episodes edited, did some outreach to people that had reached out to me during the weekend, and it felt really good. I didn't feel like that was even work, but I could do like 4-5 hours on a day like that, and the next day I might only do an hour and a half. But it's usually around 3 days that I'm actually putting time in. So I have plenty of time to process. And that's how I teach my people too. I want you to be in that stream, that ebb and flow. Ebb is retreat, flow is forward. And sometimes we need to retreat a little bit to refuel our energy. Okay. All right. Is there anybody else that I'm going to pull for the group? I think we got everyone. All right. So I'm going to go ahead. Let's draw some cards for the energy of your business. For anybody listening to the energy of your business right now, we're going to go ahead and we're going to draw 3 cards to see what actions can be taken. Okay. For today, the first card will be from the past, what you've been doing. The next card will be present, and then the next one will be in the future. Okay. So let's go ahead. Energy of your business. Anybody listening and needing this? This is for you. This is tapping into the collective. Anybody building their beautiful business and igniting it with their passion and purpose to serve others and creating that transformation in so many. All right. I'm going to leave these out. I'll take a picture to post later. Okay. So the first one's the past, time chunking. So for those of you that haven't been time chunking in the past, you've probably noticed that you've been feeling burnout and overwhelmed, right? And that's not something that you want. So it's really important that you start to step into time chunking. Get that figured out, whether that's color coding on your calendar. I actually have a really great podcast coming out, an episode coming out that is around time, that has time chunking in it. And it's about really finding where your energy is the strongest. Like if you're going to be doing the most important things, where are you strongest in your day? Is it the early morning? Is it midday? Like my energy is the strongest from 11 usually till 3. Usually not at 7 o'clock in the morning. This morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, 5:30, whenever I got up. It's usually from 11 to 3 is my strongest. So every time that I have clients ask me this all the time, when do I schedule my group sessions? So they're having their own group sessions. I'm coaching them on that. And they're like, when do I do my own group sessions? I said, when is your energy the highest? So mine are every Wednesday at 11 Montana time, Mountain time. And so that to me is when I'm strongest. And that's when I want to give my most. So it's usually that time. So that would be the past, something you need to work on. All right. If you feel that's you, make sure that you're paying attention to that. For today, connection. Make those connections. I want you to think about every one of you that are watching this or the replay. I want you to start networking and collaborating. Create strong connections. These will take you far. Okay. I talked briefly on that in the call today. Making those connections are super important. So I challenge you to reach out to 10 people in one of your social media platforms. It can be Instagram, it can be LinkedIn, it can be in Facebook, wherever that is to you. Reach out to some people. They can be past clients, they can be people that you know might be interested, they could be new people, and just get to know them. Don't try to sell them something, just get to know them and their business a little bit. Remember, curiosity is key when it comes to this. All right. The third one is for your future. Okay. So this is for later this week. I want you to focus on being seen. All right. This is what I want you to really focus on. And if you're having any issues with this, you probably have some kind of block around visibility. Okay. So I want you to be seen, stand out and shine. Let go of fear and judgment and share your gifts. A lot of times being seen from your past, I'm picking up several inherited beliefs, patterns, programming around being seen as a negative, like it's going to get you bad attention, you're going to get rejection, you're going to get ridicule. So this is something that you need to work on. And then I want you to step up and out. So I'll challenge you for tomorrow and the rest of the week to maybe do some stories, to do some lives like I'm doing right here. Whatever that is for you, be seen. And then post in this thread that you did it. I would love for you to post in this thread. If you're in the group, Shining Mentor, Successful Entrepreneur, take a screenshot of yourself being seen, all right? And just say, hey, as opposed to the challenge this week, I'm being seen. I'd love to see that, okay? We want to see more of you. You have gifts. We want you to share those with the world. And being seen is pretty much the way to do it, okay? If you hide and nobody knows you're there, they're never going to get the gifts that you have to offer. So thank you so much for being on here today. If you have any questions or if you need anything, please reach out to me. I'm always open in DMs. I would love to hear from you, okay? You guys have a great rest of the week. Take care. Bye.